Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This time I'm knocking out two birds with one stone and doing the ArtSnacks October monthly art challenge as well as day 28 of Inktober. So for those of you who aren't familiar with ArtSnacks, it is a monthly art supply subscription, and every month you get a box filled with new art supplies, and then they challenge you to use those art supplies that were provided to create a piece of art. I will put a link to my unboxing video if you guys want to check that out and see what kind of art supplies came with this month's box, as well as a referral code for 10% off your first ArtSnacks box if that is something that you guys are interested in checking out. I do have to confess that I had to use my own fine liner to do the line art for this piece, as well as my own Tombow brush marker in order to do the pastel purple color of this character's design. But apart from that, I was able to use all of the other art supplies provided in the ArtSnacks Inktober themed box. In terms of Inktober, so this is a 31-day art challenge held in the month of October. It was created by Jake Parker, and basically it challenges you to do an ink-based drawing every day for all 31 days of October and then post it on social media. And I'm super excited to say that I have successfully completed all 31 days of Inktober. I know that at the time that I'm posting this, it is actually October 28th, so we've still got a few days left of October. However, I do have some travel plans during the last week of October, and so I decided to just go ahead and do a few of the pieces for the last few days of October ahead of time. And actually, at the time that I'm posting this, I am out of state in North Carolina doing my interview. So hello from North Carolina. I have already done a sketchbook tour video of my Inktober pieces, and I'm hoping to be able to put that out this upcoming week or so that you guys can see all the different drawings that I did for the 31 days of Inktober. And I'm just super excited about it. This year I decided to follow the official Inktober prompt list, and then on top of that I decided to only feature my original characters, or OCs, for each day's drawing. So there was definitely some challenges along the way when trying to figure out the word and then which OC to feature. So day 28, which is what I'm doing right now in this video, the prompt word is ride. So I'm featuring my original character Denzel, and he's a siren, and so I decided to kind of use the word ride and show him kind of riding the currents underwater. And right now I'm just painting the fish using the acrylic ink provided with the ArtSnacks October box. I had mentioned in the unboxing video that this acrylic ink is probably my new favorite wet medium to work with. It has been so much fun working with this acrylic ink. I feel like I'm slowly coming to really love using wet media. I think it's really relaxing and therapeutic almost to kind of use a brush and just to be able to use paint and just putting out like relaxing strokes and everything. And I actually use this acrylic paint multiple times in my Inktober drawings. So I'm just happy that I was able to get some use out of it throughout all of Inktober, and it's a really great product. Probably, again, my favorite wet medium right now at the moment. But yeah, out of the different colors for the acrylic ink, I believe you could have gotten a blue color, a black color, and the Venetian pink color, which is what I got. And it's definitely a bonus because when I dilute it, I can actually get a really nice peachy skin tone, which was especially helpful because with my Inktober drawings, I decided to only feature my original characters. So it was always a bonus being able to paint their skin color using this acrylic ink. I think the most difficult part of this drawing was actually using the Copic markers that were provided with the ArtSnacks box. They gave us two Copic Classic markers, and these markers have a broad chisel nib on one end and then a fine point nib on the other. Unfortunately, these don't have the typical brush nib that everyone is familiar with when it comes to Copic markers, and I've actually never used the chisel side of my existing Copic brush markers. So going into this piece, it was taking a bit of a risk because when I film these videos, I hardly do any test drawings. I don't really try out these art supplies that much before really delving in and using them. So it was a bit of a gamble to see how well the chisel was going to do in terms of coloring. I was really worried with the color distribution, but also my characters tend to have a lot of details and very fine nooks and crannies and corners, and I wasn't sure if the chisel was going to be able to get to those areas, but thankfully with the fine point nib I was able to, get the smaller areas. And overall, as you could see in the video, like the colors still blended very well, and I'm super happy with the way that it turned out. There was not really any blotchiness or streaking or anything, and the color just spread so evenly, which I was really happy about. And then for the water background, I got the B00 frost blue color, which was very appropriate for the background, trying to get the water look, and it was definitely not as stressful trying to get a solid background color because I tried to create kind of this layering effect to show different gradients of the water, and overall I really like the way that it turned out. Right now you could see me using the very diluted Venetian pink acrylic ink to add some shading to the skin. This was actually a last minute thing that I was not planning to do. It was kind of a spur of the moment decision to kind of go over certain areas of the skin and add a shadow to it. So it was a bit of a gamble because I hadn't planned it out, and I was just hoping that it was going to look normal afterwards and that I wasn't going to ruin this piece, and thankfully I didn't. It actually ended up looking incredibly neat. I only colored the areas where there would be shadow using the acrylic ink, and I left everything else white. So it was the original sketchbook page white color, but after adding the shadows, like the white almost looks like it's part of the skin color, which is, it's odd saying it, but like when I'm looking at it, it's hard to believe like, oh, I didn't color these areas of the skin. So it just created a really neat effect, and I'm really glad that I kind of just decided to go with it, a last minute decision, and it turned out really nice. Overall, I really enjoyed this piece. This is probably my favorite Inktober piece, and I'm so glad that I get to share it with you guys and get to share the art process for this. And now that we're near the end of our video, I just want to take this time to say thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. I do appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me. It definitely does encourage me to keep going. And with that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of October. And for those of you who plan to celebrate Halloween and go trick-or-treating, I hope you guys have a lot of fun. And so I will see you guys in the next video.